Did you get much of a chance to chat with Jimmy pregame and get to know him at all?
No, he's here. I didn't know he was here.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I ain't seen him.
How excited are you to have him as a teammate?
Yeah, he's a really good player. I mean, you've seen what he's done over the years in the playoffs and the championship runs. So adding a component like that to the team that we got, I think, can be really big for us.
What do you think went wrong tonight?
Yeah, he got out to that early lead, so we was just fighting out of a hole for the rest of the game. I think we showed a lot in the second half, coming back from 26 and chopping it down to what it is, but we got to finish those games. So it was negatives and positives.
Moses, we know that Golden State is known for the three-point ball, but launching 53 of them tonight, is that something schematically that's in the game plan, or is it just kind of flowing the game? You guys fall down 26, want to fight back in and start launching some threes?
Yeah, it was some of that. Falling down like that, you gotta fill that gap, and then down the stretch, a lot of those threes came, trying to make something out of nothing at the end of the game, but. That's what NBA is right now, finding those shots, finding what the defense gives you. So just taking them when you get them.
What jumped out about the rhythm that you guys found with that smaller look in the start of the third quarter when you started with that group?
We hit first. We went on a run there. So we was able to move the ball faster, get those shots. So we needed to crash the boards a little bit better, fight for rebounds, but we found something we liked, something that was working out. So was able to chop down the lead a little bit.
Yeah, Moses, wanted to ask you, about opportunity. I think one thing I've noticed is you always have been prepared. That's one thing that I've always seen from you. You work extremely hard, but for you to get that opportunity now and be able to produce each time, like how has it been for you in learning that? And also, what can you say to all the young players that are going to aspire to be in your position and need that opportunity, but need to work to get there too as well?
Yeah, really, really good question. I think for young players, just realizing that this is real life, you can feel privileged to a certain extent because you in the NBA, all the accolades that come with it. But if you pay attention to everybody else your age in their 20s, early 20s, like everybody's struggling getting it out the mud, no matter what their profession is. I did an internship this summer, so I see a different world and see a different space, and ain't nobody 22 years old signing for millions of dollars and all of that. So you already above what most people get, but just keeping that mindset, you do the work now, you do the hard stuff now, eventually it'll come. So that's what it is for me right now. Doing head down, doing the hard work, and eventually it's gonna pay off. But you kind of fall in love with it and you start to like the hard stuff when you're doing it long enough. But that's kind of what it's been for me, just taking it day by day. Opportunities come, go, whatever it is, but just dealing with the task at hand.
Moses, at this point of the year, long road trip you guys are on, 4, before you guys hit the All-Star break. Trade line deadline is passed. What's the mentality right now as you get ready for this push of the season to try to set yourself to get into the playoff and eventually get up to the 6th seed and get into the playoffs? What's the mentality of a player like you right now? Yeah,
it's that, we're trying to get into the playoffs. We're trying to make a big push definitely after the All-Star break, but putting ourselves in a good position, being around 500 right now. So any wins that we can have can just, I know we'll appreciate that once we put this run together after the All-Star break. So just doing ourselves a favor in the future.
Thank you. I feel like you lost it on the first time.
Absolutely. You playing against a team obviously is playing well, and somebody like LeBron that can control the tempo and the momentum like he can. Can't really give them more opportunities with mistakes, and I had a couple of turnovers in the first quarter. We missed a lot of good looks. They had too many easy transition buckets that, just let them maintain momentum early. We fought our way back. Third quarter was awesome. Pretty much the whole second half, we were really scrappy, flying around, giving ourselves a chance. But just a reminder, we're not that far off, but you just can't have, a 6 to 8, 9 minute period where you give the other team, that type of momentum.
You seem to have a welt. right here.
I seem to. It's growing by the second.
Which play was that?
The drive when I think it was Austin, he almost like he trying to take a charge, and I tried to sidestep him. No foul though.
That I thought it might be the play.
Yeah. I'm just sending a picture of my face to the league.
Steph, elephant in the room, trade deadline's passed. You guys got Jimmy Butler. I don't mean exhale like, we can take a break, but exhale is okay. Got some perennial all-star help coming. 25 and 25, 50 games down. 52 to 50 games down, 32 to go. What's the mentality now with him coming in, man, leading to the all-star break and afterwards?
Yeah, talked about it last night. First, you acknowledge the guys that we lost in the deal, just especially, Wiggs and what he meant to our success these last 3 years, especially that championship run. But bringing Jimmy in, like he's here for a reason to help try to get us to the next level. It's going to look different. We have an opportunity to kind of solidify a rotation and make the necessary adjustments from play calls to, just different sets that can feature him and his skill set. And, get us to a level where we're playing consistent basketball. I know he's hungry to get back out there and play. He's had a wild up and down year for a lot of reasons. And I'm excited for him to be a part of what we do and ultimate confidence that we'll be able to figure it out. All you want is a chance, and I think he can help us get there. You look at his body of work, those 2 finals appearances, seems like when the stakes get higher, he rises to the occasion. He's a dog. He's a winner. And just the idea that he has, a lot to prove with a new situation. I know he's excited to help us. We're excited to help him. He has a certain style that right now I think we lack in the sense of, shot creation, being able to get to the line, controlling, half court possessions just with his skill set. So we got to put it all together. And I like a motivated, hungry team, with Jimmy on there, the vets that we have to try to put it together.
This stuff, given the competitive intensity of both Draymond and Jimmy now, what do you think that will do for the good and for each other?
Yeah, I'm sure they can speak a different language to each other, the way that they approach, life and basketball, and like you said, using their voice and their presence on and off the court. But it's got to be focused on winning and just a commitment to doing whatever it takes to make that happen. We have an amazing opportunity in front of us, this 30-game sprint to 30, whatever it is, to try to get into the playoffs and be a team that nobody wants to see when we get there. And those 2 guys have a unique way about them that will not only motivate each other, but it'll motivate the locker room. The young guys feed off of that. Just build confidence. Like we've talked a big game early in the year. We've had some struggles, and now we're, kind of rejuvenated a little bit.
You mentioned that you mentioned the shot creation stuff. You haven't played with someone that is a high usage shot creator guy like that in a long time. Do you see the ways that he can make the game easier for you where you don't see the doubles, the face guarding, and the ways that defenses routinely play you?
Who else? Who put in that category in a long time? I'm trying to. Okay, I was making sure we were on the same page.
That's a long time.
Yeah, like being able to utilize a space that I can create the gravity, as we call it. But that's a 2-way street. Like I got to be able to help him. He's got to be able to help me in those type of situations. When the game kind of slows down, he's a guy that you have to worry about. You might have to send a double to him in the post, or he can take advantage of mismatches, or if there's kind of unique defenses that are trying to take me away off ball, he can, use that to his advantage. So we got to figure all of that out. And at the end of the day, I know he likes to play good basketball. It doesn't mean he's just pounding the ball. every possession. I'm sure he wants to play fast, get the ball moving, be a finisher if I'm able to create advantage and vice versa. So it's another high IQ guy that no matter what it really looks like, we hope to figure it out.
A lot of players that, look up to your game, once you can, always talk about that. But, one thing you ask Trey Young, you ask Brandon, they bring up conditioning and not giving up on plays when it comes to you. How can you, talk to kids in terms of building their workouts with their conditioning instead of playing with the ball 8 million times, and then also, just not giving up on plays, even when you do miss, still following that into a screen or an action too as well?
It's earned with how you work. Doesn't happen overnight, but the commitment to pushing yourself to just being uncomfortable, going gain speed every drill you do, just having an intentionality about how you work. And again, that's built over time. So it's possible, no matter where you're starting from. But for me, it's a brand of basketball that I like to play because of my physical stature. I'm not the tallest, fastest guy. You got to have something that separates you outside of just shooting the basketball. Like I've lived off of that my whole career.